Bet horse racing on DRF Bets. We'll match your first deposit of $200. Get free expert picks and past performances, plus weekly cash back. All from Daily Racing Form, the most trusted name in horse racing.
The last race on Saturday is the best race on the card. It's the Grade 1 $400,000 Hollywood Derby. And you could say it's a showdown between East Coast shippers and Midwest shippers and West Coast locals. Or you could just try to handicap this race and figure out who's going to win, because no matter who you like, you should get paid. I don't think that favoritism should be anything less than 3-1, whoever the public decides. Celestial City, Wit, and Cabo Spirit are the three principles that I'm going to discuss, along with a couple of long shots that probably aren't good enough to win, but you never really know. Missing from this race, there are two horses who you would think would be in this race, but Annapolis, the best 3-year-old grass horse on the East Coast, he ran in the Breeders' Cup, had a bad trip. He's being freshened and will return in spring, probably at Keeneland. He's trained by Todd Pletcher, who did send Wit out here for the Hollywood Derby. The other horse missing from the Hollywood Derby is locally based Slow Down Andy, who was nominated to the Hollywood Derby and had a recent workout, but he's not running in the race on Saturday. He could show up in the Malibu Stakes on December 26th, opening day at Santa Anita. Slow Down Andy finished third in the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile, and he had a brutal trip. I actually think he could have won that race, a race won by Cody's Wish. So two key horses missing, Annapolis and Slow Down Andy, but a good field of 11 did show up. So let's take a look at the lineup, and boy, you can make a case for a number of these horses. Cabo Spirit, a much improved horse since being gelded. Celestial City, a much improved horse since adding blinkers 3 starts back. War at Sea has credentials. Handy Dandy won the Let It Ride Stakes last time out. Script is in decent form. He finished second by a nose behind Handy Dandy last time out. And we're going to turn the page and look at the next three. Wit, post position number 9, a much improved horse since moving to grass. Speaking Scout, runner-up in the Twilight Derby last time out, and a horse who I really don't think is good enough to win the Hollywood Derby, but he had a brutal trip last time out. Number 11, Clutch Hitter. We'll talk about him in a couple minutes as a potential long shot to hit the board and maybe turn the trifecta and or exacta into something special. Okay, let's first talk about the horse that I like and the horse that I picked on top, and he's number 3, Celestial City. Trainer Shug McGahee won the Hollywood Derby in 2004 with a horse named Good Reward when the Hollywood Derby was run at Hollywood Park. And there's a parallel between McGahee trained Good Reward, McGahee obviously based in the East, and Celestial City, who arrived at Del Mar early this week from the East. And the parallel is this: Good Reward was just kind of floundering through his 3-year-old campaign. McGahee slapped blinkers on him and he turned into a good horse, and he upset the Hollywood Derby under Jerry Bailey. Well, Celestial City, kind of the same thing. Celestial City was running okay. He was hitting the board, but his career was really kind of going nowhere until McGahee put blinkers on him 3 starts back. He improved slightly in the Saranac. He won an allowance race, but it is his most recent start that suggests, at least to me, that Celestial City is the horse to beat. We're going to take a look at the stretch run of the Grade 2 Hill Print Stakes. And yes, it's true. Celestial City got a great trip. He saved every inch of ground, but it's what he did his final 3 furlongs that was impressive. He blasted home in 34 and change and ran past the field. He was the 7-2 favorite, and he delivered like he should have been 4-5. This was an impressive win by a good colt whose improvement coincides with adding blinkers. McGahee said he was making mistakes in races, and the blinkers were not to add speed. There are different reasons to add blinkers. Sometimes the trainer wants more speed. Sometimes he wants a horse to just become more focused. And that's what happened with Celestial City, who put it all together last time out. And if he reproduces that Hill Prince victory, I think that he's the most probable winner of the Hollywood Derby. That's assuming he ships across country okay and handles the Del Mar turf on Saturday, and there's no reason to expect that he won't. I think he's the horse to beat. The other shipper is a horse named Wit. And Wit, as a 2-year-old, was sensational. He won his career debut in a landslide. He won the Grade 3 Sanford Stakes in a landslide. And then his career kind of plateaued. And even though he won a graded stakes race as a 3-year-old on dirt, trainer Todd Pletcher thought there has to be more here. Wit was a good 2-year-old, but his 3-year-old campaign just kind of, in Pletcher's words, it plateaued. So he's by Practical Joke, Wit is. And Practical Joke is not known. He's a young sire, not known as the sire of turf horses. But Wit is out of a Medaglia d'Oro mare. And so Pletcher breezed Wit on grass one day at Saratoga, and boom, the light bulb went on. He loved it, Wit did. And so Pletcher ran him on grass. He's run 3 times on grass, Wit has. 2 wins and a win and 2 seconds, including his most recent start that we're going to take a look at right now. This was in the Bay Station at Keeneland on October 29th, and Wit ran well. He ran very well. He rallied from mid-pack. He made the lead, and he got nailed late by a very good shipper from California by the name of Balnikov. Wit has the race won. He ran well. Balnikov gets up and beats him. A good effort by Wit, a good effort by Balnikov. By the way, why is Balnikov not in the Hollywood Derby? It's because he is targeting opening day at Santa Anita. He'll be running in the Grade 2 Mathis Brothers. Meantime, Wit is at Del Mar for the Hollywood Derby, and the question facing Wit is this. He's never raced beyond a mile. Can he stay a mile and 1/8? That's the unanswered question. We don't know. Pletcher doesn't know. Jockey Flavian Pratt doesn't know. But what Pletcher did say is that Wit is a horse that can switch off. He has a good disposition. He will settle in a race, and he will burst. And we're going to find out if that burst is as effective going 9 furlongs as it has been at 8. Wit is my second preference in the race, actually. Third preference, well, he's not my third preference, but likely third choice or possible third choice in the betting is a horse by the name of Cabo Spirit. He and Speaking Scout ran 1-2 on October 29th in the Twilight Derby at Santa Anita. Same distance as the Hollywood Derby, a mile and 1/8. Let's take a look at the stretch run of the Twilight Derby. October 29th at Santa Anita. Speaking Scout ran well, but Cabo Spirit ran just a little bit better, and it was Cabo Spirit to win the Twilight Derby by a half length. Cabo Spirit, is he ever going to get there? Yeah, he is, because he can finish. Cabo Spirit was another horse whose career kind of stalled. He was gelded this summer after finishing second in the Cinema Stakes in June at Santa Anita. Since being gelded, all that Cabo Spirit has done is win the La Jolla, Grade 3 La Jolla, at Del Mar. Last time out, he won the Grade 2 Twilight Derby at the same distance as the Hollywood Derby. 2 starts back, he finished 5th in the Del Mar Derby, but he was compromised by an inordinately slow pace that day. Now, that's a possible challenge on Saturday because the pace of the Hollywood Derby is murky. The pace scenario is murky. There's no real true speed in the field, which is one reason why I believe that the maiden, that's crazy to even suggest a maiden might win a Grade 1 for 3-year-olds, but Spycatcher has a forwardly placed running style, the same running style he employed when he finished second in the Del Mar Derby at odds of 66-1 over this very course, Del Mar, at this very distance. Number 7 Spycatcher will be forwardly placed, pressing a likely slow tempo. And if he reproduces that Del Mar Derby victory, Del Mar Derby runner-up finish, I should say, I think that Spycatcher actually has a chance. A maiden winning a Grade 1 in December, a 3-year-old, it could happen. Spycatcher has the type of running style that suggests he should get a good trip. And this is not just a throw darts up against the wall and hope something sticks, because trainer Mark Glatt has always believed that Spycatcher was a good horse. That opinion was validated by his runner-up finish in the Del Mar Derby. His most recent start was in the Let It Ride Stakes, and he finished 3rd. It was only a prep race for this longer race. So long-winded way of saying I do believe that Spycatcher has a chance. He's my third preference. But there's a crazy horse in here, and a horse I don't think is good enough to win. But his last start was a lot better than his 5th place finish suggests. And I'm referring to the horse drawn on the far outside. His name is Clutch Hitter, and we're going to watch his trip in the Let It Ride Stakes last time out. Take a look at Clutch Hitter. He's number 1 in 7th on the rail, ridden by Victor Espinoza, a lightly raced son of Uncle Mo, coming into the Let It Ride Stakes, which is not really a productive race for the Hollywood Derby. And Espinoza is just going to sit here and wait for room to develop. Sooner or later, room will develop. And I don't mind this trip at all. I like jockeys who will take a grass horse and save ground, because eventually room will materialize. But it never did for poor Clutch Hitter. Blocked, and he's still blocked. He's in those purple and yellow, purple and gold CRK silks. And look at this. He's steadying all the way to the wire. Poor Clutch Hitter. He got beat a little bit more than 1 length. I don't think he's good enough to win the Hollywood Derby, but I didn't think that Beyond Brilliant was good enough a year ago for trainer John Sheriffs and the same owners, CRK Stables. That was Beyond Brilliant, who paid 23 and change winning the Hollywood Derby. Clutch Hitter is a better horse than that 5th place finish in the Let It Ride Stakes suggests, and I won't be at all surprised to see him outrun his likely high odds on Saturday in the Hollywood Derby. My top selection is Celestial City. I respect Wit. I think that the maiden Spycatcher has a chance, and I think that Clutch Hitter from the outside post also has a shot to outrun his odds. I like Celestial City to win the Hollywood Derby. It's race 9 on Saturday at Del Mar. And before I let everyone go, just a quick reminder, Sunday is closing day, and it's the only day where the pick 6 is worth playing with this jackpot scheme that has swept the country. They're giving it all away on Sunday. So make sure you take a look at the card on Sunday. The pick 6 is worth playing on Sunday, mandatory payout day. It's closing day at Del Mar. That's it for me, and I'll see you back at Santa Anita, which opens up on December 26th. I'm Brad Free. I'll see you next time.